Hello friends, and welcome to the 14th edition of Ed Talks. This time around, you probably already know, we're going to talk a little bit about camping. Kind of, sort of. So we want to ask ourselves, what do we know about camping, or what comes to mind? Well, I have some ideas. Oh, yeah, what comes to mind? Take a minute, think about it. I'm pretty sure some of you thought marshmallows, weenie roasting, scary stories, and then the sweet picture of Mr. Edward fishing and catching the luxurious weed fish here. But something that a lot of friends might not think about right away. When you look up in the sky, maybe not right now, it's kind of cloudy and a little sunny, but sometimes, especially if you go to like the woods or the country and stuff like that at night, you'll see thousands and thousands of them. You get stars, that is correct. And so this time around we're going to actually talk about some stars. Kind of. So, fun facts about stars. The sun is actually a star, and it is the closest one to us. Stars comes in different shapes, and not shapes, different sizes. And the hottest ones are the hottest ones are blue. Then come the yellow and white ones, which are like our sun, the second hottest, and the red dwarf, little tiny stars, tiny, that are the least hot. Other than the sun, the next closest star is Proxima Centauri, which is 4.2 light years away. And you're like, 4 years? It'll only take 4 years to get there? Like, no, actually, even with the fastest spaceship we've ever built, it would still take 70,000 people years to get there. So, in other words, it would just be impossible. And all of the planets in our solar system, all of the stars and gases and asteroids, which are the flying rocks that you might see from time to time, form something called a galaxy. And the one we live in, it's called the Milky Way. No, not the candy bar. Although the same name. So let's get our story on. Got a little quick story here about stars. See if I can remember how to operate this. Cool. Stars by Lynn M. Stone. Stars. Look into a clear night sky and you will certainly see stars. They look like tiny, twinkling lights. There are so many stars in outer space that we can never count them all. Stars are giant balls of gas. They are extremely hot and bright. Loops of gas rising from the sun. Yeah, you can see the little red lines here. That's all a bunch of gas coming off of the sun. That's how it works. The sun cooks off its gas and produces heat and light. Let's see. Stars are made mostly of gas called hydrogen. Gravity, a powerful pulling force, holds stars together. The gas holds together the gases that form stars. The hottest stars can be almost 100,000 degrees. I mean, I get sweaty when it's even 100 degrees out. Like, geez, this is way more than that.
You would melt.
Most stars are billions of miles away. Billions and billions. One star, the sun, is much closer to the Earth than any other. Remember we talked about that? The sun is about 93 million miles away. So, still pretty far, right? We see the sun during the day and all other stars at night. This does not mean that they are not shining. The glare of the sun makes the other stars too dim to be seen. So that doesn't mean they're not there, right? They're just hiding. Or rather, the sun is just too bright, too awesome, and they can't come out until later. Different kinds of stars. Stars change over millions of years. They become smaller and smaller as their gases lose their energy. A supernova, or dying blue giant star, is so bright that it can be seen across the entire galaxy. So, it's when a star literally like gets so it just explodes. Stars can be different ages, sizes, temperatures, brightness, and colors. Color stars appear to be red, while cooler stars tend to be red. Remember we talked about that. While hotter stars meant to be blue or white. Astronomers look through special filters on telescopes to see the colors of stars. Pretty awesome. At times you might see what we call a shooting or folding star. These streaks of light are not really stars, but meteoroids burning up in the atmosphere. Remember we talked about that. Those giant rocks that kind of fly all over the place. I don't think I've ever seen one of these. Have any friends seen anything like this? It's crazy. The Milky Way. Hey, that's us. The stars that we see can make up the Milky Way. It is a group of more than 100 billion stars. The Milky Way is the galaxy in which we live. The Milky Way is one of billions of galaxies. So let me think about this. There are billions of stars in Milky Way galaxy, and there are billions of galaxies. That's way too many stars. That's right, that's true. No one knows the exact numbers of galaxies in our universe. Scientists are sure that there are billions yet still to be discovered. I can't. My head would explode if I tried to count all that. So anyways, that is the story for today. I hope you enjoyed our little talk about stars. But before we go, I found this really awesome video. So parents, it's actually it's about 11 minutes long, but it's broken up into 6 sections that are about like 2-3 minutes each. And it's really cool. The little tab up here, I played it on the I played it on my desktop. I have plenty of confidence it'll work here. Basically, you can click. It's each section is a 3D interactive, and you can click on it here. We'll go through one real quick, okay? How about we do that? No, thanks for coming. Not yet. We still have more. Whoa, freaky.
But what might it look like inside the atmosphere?
So,
Strong winds going from the west.
The scientists, they talk about the planets that they have discovered outside the solar system, and you can listen to them talk about them, and you can click on this little button which does this. You can zoom all over, left, right, up, down, sideways, slantways, and they've got one that's like an ocean planet that they discovered, and they've kind of just like, these aren't real pictures, right? They're just kind of like what they think these planets would look like based on their the science and their observations of other planets. This guy talks to you about it, like why it's an ocean planet, about where it is, and it's really cool. You can go, like I said, you can go back and forth. Look at that wave! And there's water planet, there's a really hot planet, all this kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. And then there's one that's kind of Earth-like, so, right, because it kind of looks like a desert you might see on Earth, and you can go around, you can look at it, maybe find an alien, I don't know. Anywhoos, I thought that was really cool. I wanted to share it with you. And if you're interested, you can take a look at that. But for now, that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Bye.